Let's picture two first-time founders right now, both completely convinced they have the exact next high-growth idea. The founder on the left rushes to incorporate immediately. They hire a registered agent and drain their initial startup budget on filing fees and annual franchise taxes before they've even made their first sale. The founder on the right takes the opposite approach, operating as a sole proprietor for months. They build a customer base, but eventually ship a defective product. When a lawsuit hits, they lose their personal savings because they never established a corporate shield. To navigate between those two extremes, we're pulling this card for today's daily planning draw: business registration. Go ahead and grab your dedicated project notebook. Bring whatever active business project you're currently working on to the front of your mind. Identifying the exact legal timeline for your specific project is how you avoid the financial drain of filing too early and the personal risk of filing too late. Look closely at the card's center. This quote lists the primary factors dictating your legal structure. First is liability, what you risk if sued. Second and third are taxation and record keeping, balancing fees against administrative paperwork. Treat the selection of an entity as a formula, calculating your acceptable level of personal risk against the ongoing administrative drain on your time. Let's map this out on a timeline from the initial idea to the point where you scale. Right in the middle, we drop a distinct dividing line. Let's call this the registration threshold. The strategy is to stay on the left side of this line for as long as possible. While you are validating your core idea and testing your market, you want to incur $0 in ongoing corporate fees. You cross that threshold when you hit one of two major triggers. The first is the moment the business is exposed to real-world liability, like selling a physical product or signing a commercial lease. The second trigger is the immediate need to obtain capital from an institutional source, like a bank or an investor, which requires a formal entity to receive the funds. When you finally hit one of those triggers and cross the threshold, the actual filing is often a simple task. In most jurisdictions, you can complete the paperwork on your own without paying an attorney. Success depends on timing. Executing the paperwork at the exact moment the threshold is crossed ensures you preserve your early startup capital while shielding your personal assets. Let's review the action steps at the bottom of our card. First, identify which legal structure best fits your business model. Second, consider international options for better ease of business, reduced taxes, or grants. Third, seek expert advice from someone who has registered a similar business. Grab your notebook, pause the video right now, choose one of these 3 prompts, and spend 5 minutes writing out a strategy. Welcome back. Before we wrap up, let's address the most common question. If you run a purely digital service or a freelance hustle, do you actually carry real liability? While it depends on your contracts, digital services generally carry lower physical liability than e-commerce. This allows digital founders to safely delay registration fees even longer than those selling physical goods. Navigating these legal structures provides the wall you need between your personal life and your business liabilities, ensuring you only incur those extra costs when the scale of the project requires it.